Hey, what's happening everybody? Today we are installing the Gibson Performance Exhaust on our 2021 Chevy Silverado with a 6.2 V8. First thing we're going to need to get started, hydraulic lift always helps, gives yourself a little bit more ground clearance. Tools needed are metric sockets and ratchet, extensions, a hammer and chisel, safety glasses, and possibly some gloves if you need them. First step, we're going to disconnect our stock exhaust system, and I would suggest starting with the rear driver's side section of the exhaust. Disconnect this in pieces, helps it be a little bit more manageable. 2 bolts take it off the hanger and comes right out. Next, we can disconnect our head pipe to the flex pipe section of our stock exhaust system, and that clamp is held on there with a metal tab, so it's not going to come off until it's fully removed. Best way to get this stock exhaust out is honestly just cut it right after the muffler. This will help make the entire system a little bit more manageable and a little bit lighter when you go to remove it. Remove our factory over axle pipe from the 2 rubber grommet exhaust hangers. A little bit of WD-40 does help speed this up, but on a newer vehicle, they come up pretty easily. With everything disconnected, pull it right out of that rear section and maneuver it right out of there. Another person can help speed this up a little bit, since the piece coming out is a little bulky, but totally manageable with one person. So next up, we need to remove this giant restrictive stock muffler, and at first I had it disconnected from that rubber hanger, but with the camera guy and myself underneath the vehicle, it's almost a little better to have it fully supported, then disconnect it from the clamp entirely, and there it comes flying at you, and that way that rubber grommet is actually going to retain it up in there, so it's not going to come flying out of the vehicle at you. Okay, here's a good shot of the metal tab we're going to have to lift up to maintain that factory exhaust clamp. This will help connect our new system to our factory head pipe. And next we can start by assembling our new Gibson Performance Exhaust on the floor, just in order the way you see it on the instructions. This can help keep things a little bit more in order and kind of gives you a better visual of how the pieces are going to go together. And one of our pieces was damaged in shipping, but no worries because the exhaust piping used is relatively thinner and can be bent back very easily by hand. So now, ready to install. Reverse of the uninstall. Start with that new head pipe coming from your existing factory exhaust. Go ahead and insert the hanger into the rubber grommet. Loosely fasten it with the clamp to the existing factory system. It does help to push against the back of this pipe to get it to sit tightly against that factory system. And then you're going to want to loosely clamp it down. You don't want to tighten it down fully, just so you can maintain some maneuverability as you're putting the system on, but at least this will help hold the pipe in place. Next up is our new Gibson Performance muffler. Simply slides right on. And again here, I'm going to leave all the clamps loose in place until the very end, just in case I need to move anything around, adjust the piping, anything like that. Can help save some time loosening them down the road. Next up is the passenger over axle piping. Simply slides right on and goes into the existing factory rubber grommet. Nice shot of our new fresh Gibson system going in. Next on the install, we're going to install part A of the driver's side over axle piping to the Gibson muffler. This is a 2-part piece to help maintain some maneuverability up underneath the truck where there isn't a lot of space. We're going to go ahead and slide this onto our muffler and then into our existing factory rubber grommet. With all that in, next is part B of the driver's side over axle pipe. Here again, simply slides onto part A of the over axle pipe and down to the driver's side rear exit. driver's side rear exit pipe simply goes into the factory hanger and connects right onto our over axle pipe. Now, this is the only part we ran into any issue on during our install. We noticed that the passenger side over axle pipe was a little too long here, so I wasn't actually able to finagle this piece in. Easy fix, a little bit of trimming on the pipe, and we were able to get it in just fine. The big thing you want to do here, when you cut it, it is going to make some metal slag inside the pipe and on the outside as well, and you want to make sure to get rid of that completely. Now, with everything readjusted and back in, here we have ample room to slide in our new exit pipe onto the new Gibson system and into the factory hanger. Almost done here. All that's left is to fully tighten all the clamps that were loose if you had left them loose during the install. Enjoy your new Gibson Performance Exhaust, everyone. You'll enjoy the great sound that this system puts out. Remember, RHRSwag.com for the latest and greatest truck accessories. And there we have it. So guys, we're all done with this sick exhaust job. Nothing left to do but jump on my hot rod here, head on back to the office. Like, follow, subscribe, RHRSwag.